Hey folks, how y'all doing today? It's Bob from Mountain Crest Farm. Oh, start off with, if you see anything floating through like that right there just did behind me, it is not snowing in North Georgia. Oh, I've got a burn barrel over here about 10 feet away and burning some feed bags. Got feed yesterday for the pigs and burning the feed bags, and what looks like it might be snow is the ashes from the bags. I am out here Tuesday, later than usual. It's probably pushing noon, 11:30, something like that. And I'm usually out here about 7:30. It's getting later and later because it's getting dark later and light later and later, which is going to affect my live stream on Sundays as well. I don't know if I'm going to do them earlier. I doubt it. I will probably, what I've already been saying, I'll probably be doing them still at 6 o'clock, but from inside, because I can go earlier and earlier and that'll give me more light. It won't make it any warmer, and the cold is going to run me inside. I actually expected it to Sunday and it didn't. Speaking of Sunday, for my regular viewers, y'all thought y'all were going to get to see a guest from New York down here. Yes, I do let Yankees on the property. It's not snow, I promise. Yes, I let Yankees on the property. And most of y'all, I think I said who it was supposed to be here the other day. Tom and Dawn from Schmitt Homestead projects was supposed to be here Sunday in time for the live stream, and he pushed his time a little bit tight. He was visiting another YouTuber over in Alabama, Two Cedars Micro Farm, I believe is the name of it, the name of their channel. He was over there visiting, and he was planning on leaving there in time to get here, not long before the live stream, but just a little bit before the live stream started. He looked at the clock, and all of a sudden it struck him. Alabama's on Central Time. Bob over there in Georgia is on Eastern Time. I don't have time to get there. So they went ahead and stayed and talked to the folks over at Two Cedars a little bit longer, and came in Monday morning yesterday. I'm standing out on the front porch doing my morning routine. Gallons of coffee and chain smoke about 4 or 5 cigarettes to get my lungs going. Y'all didn't hear me say that. I try to keep the cigarettes out of the video. And this strange car comes up the road. And I can't, there's one section of road about 20 feet long in front of my house I can't see. I've got a small 30-foot trailer I rent out, and that trailer and his car block about 20 feet of the road. And this strange car comes up the road and goes behind the trailer, and it doesn't come out. Well, somebody stops in front of my property. I want to know who it is. See, I knew Tom and Dawn were going to be here yesterday morning. This was a little early. It wasn't early, but it was earlier than I thought they would. And I come out and, yep, New York tags. I guess Tom and Dawn have arrived, and they did. And we spent the day together yesterday. I've got some video clips. I'm going to be putting together a video of them being here yesterday. It's not a lot, but I got some video clips of some of the stuff that went on. Tom's got some video clips of some of the stuff that went on, and I'll be putting an intro in front of it and an outro on the back of it and interspersing some stuff, and I'm sure he will too. Hopefully it'll be a couple of videos y'all will enjoy seeing. But one thing y'all might want to keep up with, if you're not a regular visitor but you sometimes come and you sometimes don't, if you're interested in pigs at all, Tom and I are doing a little collaboration. I've got I had until yesterday, 4 piglets left from that batch that were born back 4th of July week. And I gave Tom one of them. And I was going to keep one. I hadn't decided which one. I was going to keep one for my freezer. And Tom and I were wondering, climate-wise, and the way each of us raises our pigs, because he feeds a little bit different than I do. They both get good, they all get good feed, but he feeds a little bit different feed than I do and things like that. And we decided we would take 2 pigs I'd give him one of the 4 I had left, and I would keep one out of that specific litter. You got to remember that was 4 litters that were born. And I would keep one out of that specific litter. He took a little gilt, so I'm going to have a little gilt. And he's going to raise his way, and I'm going to raise mine my way. This is not scientific, but it's as close as we can get. 2 little girl piglets from the same litter. And we're going to track their progress. We're going to see how things look in, you know, well, the targets are 3 months down the road, 6 months down the road, 9 months down the road, do a comparison. But I'm sure he will, and I know I am. They'll be doing some videos specifically following this pig. How's it doing? And I frankly don't know. I don't know what to expect. I raise my pigs good. They get fed good. But I don't raise pigs to slaughter weight very often. When I raise a pig, or I don't raise many pigs, but the few I do is for my freezer, my family's freezer. I don't raise very many to slaughter weight. He, on the other hand, raises a good many to slaughter weight. He's got more property than I do. I produce piglets. He produces meat. We produce between 125 and 150 piglets a year, but they're gone when they're 2 months old generally. Because I don't have enough land to be raising a lot of pigs. I have 1 acre fenced in for the pigs, and you will read things that say you can have 20 pigs on an acre. That's a lie. If you believe in free-range pigs, I guess for lack of a better term, them getting a lot of their nutrition, nosing up grubs out of the soil and eating natural stuff, this time of year, acorns falling and things like that, you can't do 20 pigs to the acre. 10 would be pushing it. 7 or 8 is about the limit. And I usually have 7 or 8 adult pigs. A boar and 5 girls that I breed, and then 1 or 2 pigs that are being raised for meat for my family. So I don't have a chance to watch 20 pigs how they're coming up. So this is going to be interesting, watching these pigs come up, him watching his, me watching mine, and seeing how they compare as time goes by until they're mature adults. But anyway, that's kind of most of what happened yesterday, that and a lot of talk. If you watch Thomas's videos, you know Thomas can talk. The hardest thing about talking to Thomas is getting him to shut up sometimes. I keep calling him Thomas because that's his channel name, Thomas Schmitt Homestead Projects. But he's not Thomas, he's Tom. But it's hard to get Tom to shut up. And I'll be the first one to admit, same thing applies to me. So there was a whole lot of Tom and me talking, and the girls, Dawn and my wife Cindy, trying to stick a word in edgewise every now and then, but competing with Tom and me is tough. So a lot of talk that didn't get on video, some video clips of what went on. And we finished it up last night. They didn't leave here until, I don't know, 8:30, somewhere around 8 to 9 o'clock. 13-hour drive ahead of them, driving straight through back to New York. Right about now, they should be, I'm thinking they should be getting home. If not now, if they stop to get a little bit of sleep. See, I couldn't get a motel room. They got a pig in the back seat. And the funny thing is, they can't take the pig out of the back seat until they get home. Since they came in a car, you ought to see it, a 60-pound pig in the back seat of a Honda Accord. Had bought a carrier, a pet carrier, not a pet crate, a pet carrier. Because, the bottoms of pet carriers is basically a plastic bowl. Pigs do pee and pigs do poop. So they got a carrier instead of a crate. And it wouldn't fit through the door of the car. 2 halves, the top half and the bottom half. It wouldn't fit through the door of the car. Had to put the crate together inside the car. Turn the bottom up on edge to get it through the door, set it down level, and then turn the top up on edge, set it down on top of the top, and then reach in and put the screws in around it to hold them together. That was funny. I don't think I got any video of that either, and that's a shame. But, and then we put the 60-pound pig in the carrier. That's a big carrier. Could have got 2, maybe 3. You could have got 3 in there for a short trip, 100-mile trip. But all the way back to New York, they could have had 2. But it's funny. They got a 60-pound pig in the back seat of a Honda Accord, and they can't stop at a motel. They got to go home. Stop at fast food, go through the drive-through to get their meals, and if they catch a couple hours sleep, it'll be at a rest area on the side of the road, because they can't get a motel and leave that pig in the car. So it'd be interesting talking to him when he gets home and seeing how things went. But anyway, this video, I'm doing it Tuesday about noonish. I think, no promises, I think I'm going to be going back inside and editing this video right away and getting it up on YouTube. So it'll be up a weird time for me. It'll be up in the afternoon, evening. It'll be a coffee chat, but it won't be up at the regular time. And since I'm doing this one to put it up today, normally I would be doing one now to put up tomorrow morning. There probably won't be one tomorrow morning. But there may be the video that I'll be editing of Tom and Dawn's visit. So may or may not see one tomorrow. But anyway, it was interesting. I don't know about y'all. I have never met a YouTuber. There's a lot that I consider friends. There's a lot that we follow each other's channels really close. We comment back and forth really close. And there's several that I talk to off of YouTube, either back and forth by phone or email, ideas, thoughts, questions. But I've never met another YouTuber until Tom and Dawn rolled in yesterday. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Another YouTuber, number one, was pretty good. Another YouTuber in the same niche that I'm in, homesteading. That made it even more cool. Hopefully more people can get together on down the road. Maybe have a YouTube meetup or something like that just for homesteaders. I know they've already got things sort of like that. But it was nice to meet another YouTuber. That's about all I got for y'all today, except for reminding you about Sunday evenings at 6 o'clock Eastern Time, the live stream every week, always about homesteading, and then usually some little subtopic within homesteading, building good fence or whatever. Don't forget my book down there in the description. One of the very first things in the description is a link to my book. It's an Amazon Kindle book. If you're an Amazon Prime member, you can read it for free. You can get two books a month out of their lending library. If you're not an Amazon Prime member, I believe it's either $7.99 or $8.99. $7.99, I think. Pretty good book on raising beginner, starting it as a beginner to raise pigs. Yesterday I couldn't spell pig farmer, and today I are one. It's the name of the book. That's about all. Oh, and down there in the bottom, there's an Amazon link for just in general. You know you're going to Amazon. You don't know what you're going to buy, or you know what you're going to buy, but you already know where you're going to go. It's not one of my other links. There's a link down there. Just click on it to go to Amazon, and then I make a penny or two off of what you buy. Unless if you already got somebody else's link that's a friend of yours, or a relative of yours, or a YouTube channel you've been watching for 10 years, and not asking anybody to change the way they do things as far as using my link. But if you don't use an Amazon link, if you don't go through somebody already, if you would use that Amazon link, doesn't change the price of what you pay. Just throws a couple of pennies my way. And that's about it for today. Got to go in and edit this and get it up for y'all. So, as always, y'all have an absolutely awesome day. Awesome. I'm going to. Today's going to be great because of yesterday. I'm still glowing from enjoying meeting Tom and Dawn. Did I say I was glowing? I take that back. I'm still happy that Tom and Dawn came. I'm not glowing. I'm not a glow type person. But anyway, it's always easy to have it's simple. It's not easy. It's always simple to have a fantastic, awesome day. Just remember the same things I always tell you, that number one, the tomb was empty, and number two, he is alive. Now, I'm going to edit some video, and I will talk to y'all next time.